Welcome back to another brand new episode of Round 2 Wrestling. I am SlimmDa KID. Thank you for tuning into this brand new podcast here on the 17th of January, 2023. Impact had a pay-per-view over the weekend. We have those results exclusively here in our title matches section. And a lot has happened in the world of professional wrestling, sending shockwaves across the globe and across the industry. We hope that we touch on a few of those here for your listening enjoyment, and we are going to kick things off here on Round 2 Wrestling by discussing the rumor mill. Okay, Chelsea Green has signed with WWE for a while, or has been signed by WWE for a while, but is stuck in purgatory awaiting creative from WWE, and this comes from Fightful Select. Per PW Insider, WWE shareholders considering legal action against Vince McMahon and others over a quote-unquote breach of fiduciary duty, end quote. Fightful Select reports New Japan Pro Wrestling's Jay White's contract expires soon and is expected to sign with either AEW or WWE. 2023 has kicked off with a ton of free agency news across many different promotions. New Japan Pro Wrestling, Major League Wrestling, the National Wrestling Alliance, WWE, AEW, nobody is safe. Every week we seem to announce another new free agent has hit the market. Several of those have not found homes yet. Be sure to tune in to Round 2 Wrestling, where you will get exclusive news about these particular free agents and where they will land here in 2023. Sean Ross Sapp tweeted several WWE wrestlers are willing to leave WWE if its Saudi Arabian-led deal does go through. This was the biggest news coming out of last week, along with Vince McMahon returning to the board of directors in the company that he helped create. Several news outlets were reporting a potential sale to Saudi Arabian-backed buyers, but that was never confirmed, nor has the story been pursued any further. In that amount of time, several other people have popped up claiming interest in buying WWE as Vince McMahon readies it supposedly to be sold here in the upcoming weeks and months. On the Ringer Wrestling Show, David Schumacher said Vince McMahon is back at WWE headquarters in Stamford, Connecticut, and working exclusively on the sale of WWE. Axios claims Triple H, aka Paul Levesque, and Stephanie McMahon opposed a sale of WWE, preempting Stephanie McMahon's resignation from her father's company. Per CNBC, if AEW's Tony Khan actually buys WWE, he is one of the parties said to be interested in purchasing WWE. He is open for a potential role for Vince McMahon as a character on WWE. Axios also claims Apple, that is the computer software giant, is also interested in purchasing WWE. Another party also in the conversation to own WWE is the Disney company. Insider Gaming reports 2K is showing footage of WWE 2K23 at the Royal Rumble pay-per-view here on January 28th. All right, plenty of rumors to think about, especially the sale of WWE, or should I say the potential sale of WWE, because again, this is just a rumor. It has not been confirmed. But we are going to move over to something that is confirmed here on Round 2 Wrestling. Here is Pro Wrestling News. Sportico is reporting that Detroit's police and fire retirement system is suing Vince McMahon in an attempt to block McMahon's regaining control of WWE and to prevent an upcoming sale should Vince McMahon take control of WWE again. WWE Vice President of Communications Adam Hopkins has left WWE. Hopkins joined WWE back in September of 1997. This was almost 25 years ago. This particular departure was a big shock to the promotion and to the staff as a whole. PW Insider reports former AEW Tag Team Champion Frankie Kazarian has left AEW officially and has signed on with Impact Wrestling. Former multi-time MLW middleweight champion Myron Reed is now officially a free agent. PW Insider and Impact Wrestling confirmed the signing of former WWE Intercontinental Champion Santino Marella. Marella is the new Impact Director of Authority. Fightful Select reports former NWA wrestler Colby Corino heavily favored to sign with WWE during his free agency period. Mercedes Moné, aka Sasha Banks, has filed a trademark for her New Japan Pro Wrestling gimmick. The CEO was filed at the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office on the behalf of Mercedes Moné. Alright, not a lot of pro wrestling news to discuss, and the title matches were thin this past week and weekend, but we here at Round 2 Wrestling worked tirelessly and dug as deep as we could into the promotions across the world, and were able to give you several matches and who retained and who are new champions in the world of professional wrestling. Ooh, that was a bit of a loud bell. WWE Intercontinental Champion Gunther defeated Braun Strowman to retain the WWE Intercontinental Championship. The Elite defeated AEW World Trios Champions Death Triangle to become the new AEW Trios Champions. AEW TNT Champion Darby Allin defeated Juice Robinson to retain the AEW TNT Championship. Impact World Champion Josh Alexander defeated Bully Ray to retain the Impact World Championship. Impact Tag Team Champions the Motor City Machine Guns defeated Bullet Club, Major Players, and Heath and Rhino to retain the Impact Tag Team titles. Impact Digital Media Champion Joe Hendry defeated Moose to retain the Impact Digital Media Championship. Mickie James defeated Impact Knockouts World Champion Jordan Grace to become the new Impact Knockouts World Champion. Lince Dorado defeated MLW Middleweight Champion Shun Skywalker to become the new MLW Middleweight Champion. Again, not a lot of gold was defended this past week and weekend, but what was on the line, we have given those exclusive results to you, the listener. Be sure to listen to this particular episode of Round 2 Wrestling again, just in case you missed any of those results. Alright, we are at the 5-minute left mark here on Round 2 Wrestling. This is about over, so we are going to conclude Round 2 Wrestling like we always do with a fan and producer favorite, Did You Know? Did you know are little bits of information and facts about the wrestling world that you may or may not have known about. You gotta love the bell. Did you know Greg the Hammer Valentine, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat and Rowdy Roddy Piper are the only 3 wrestlers to appear in the inaugural WrestleMania 1 and the very first Starrcade pay-per-views. Did you know Jerry the King Lawler has held or co-held 108 different championships in his career? 0 came while working with WWF/WWE. Did you know Randy the Macho Man Savage is a 6-time WCW/WWF champion, losing those titles only either to Ric Flair or Hulk Hogan? Did you know Razor Ramon, aka Scott Hall, never competed in a Royal Rumble match? Did you know WrestleMania 2 took place April 7th, 1986? This date is important because it is the first and only WrestleMania to be held on a Monday, not a Sunday. Did you know Ted DiBiase's $1 million belt, created in 1988 and claiming to cost an estimated $1 million to make, actually cost an approximate $40,000 to make, according to DiBiase? Did you know Shane McMahon's first paying job in the WWF was as a referee? Did you know Hulk Hogan was the longest reigning WCW World Champion, holding the championship title for a grand total of 469 consecutive days? All right, that is the conclusion of this episode of Round 2 Wrestling. I am SlimmDa KID, and I personally want to thank you for tuning into this brand new podcast. If you live in Michigan or are planning on visiting Michigan here in February, I strongly encourage you check out Combat One Wrestling. Combat One Wrestling is Southeast Michigan's hottest new promotion based out of the Elite Sportsplex in Waterford, Michigan. February 10th, Combat One Wrestling is proud to present Love Hurts, and several matches have already been announced. Please go to Combat One Wrestling's Facebook page and check it out for yourself and see who is already booked and announced for Combat One Wrestling's next upcoming pay-per-view, Love Hurts, on February 10th, 2023. Once again, I am SlimmDa KID. Thank you for tuning into this broadcast. Be sure to tune in next week, where I will bring you more rumors, more news, and more results from the world of professional wrestling. Round 2 Wrestling is brought to you by SlimmDa KID and Spreaker.com.